Madagascar, a land of mystery and wonder, home to creatures found nowhere else on Earth. Among its most iconic inhabitants is a quirky, charming primate with a personality as striking as its looks. Meet the ring-tailed lemur, a creature full of surprises and unmatched charisma. But before we dive into their fascinating world, let's take a moment to talk about lemurs in general. Lemurs are fascinating and highly diverse primates native exclusively to the island of Madagascar and the nearby Comoros Islands. These unique primates come in all shapes and sizes. From the tiny mouse lemur, no bigger than your palm, to the ruffed lemurs, like the black and white ruffed lemur, each species has adapted perfectly to its environment. But none are quite as famous as the ring-tailed lemur. Ring-tailed lemurs, with their iconic black and white striped tails, are impossible to miss. Their tails act as flags, helping the group stay together as they travel. And yes, their tails are longer than their bodies. Their fur is soft and grey with a lighter underside. And their faces feature a dark mask around bright, intelligent eyes. Adults weigh around 5 to 7.5 pounds and measure about 15 to 18 inches long, excluding their 24-inch tails. Unlike many of their relatives who spend most of their lives in the trees, ring-tailed lemurs are equally comfortable on the ground. They are excellent climbers and can leap with incredible agility between branches. But they're also known to forage in open spaces, using their long tails for balance. Now, the most exciting part, some facts about lemurs that might surprise you. Ever heard of yoga lemurs? Every morning, these lemurs sit upright with their arms stretched out, exposing their bellies to the warm Madagascar sun. This daily sunbathing ritual, often called the lemur yoga pose, helps them regulate their body temperature after a chilly night. They're also great at keeping in touch, literally. Their loud wailing calls can be heard from far away, helping them stay connected across long distances. Their tails act as signals, waving high as they navigate the terrain. In the world of ring-tailed lemurs, the ladies are in charge. Female lemurs dominate the group. They get first pick of food, mates, and even the best spots in the sun, When resources are scarce, these ladies aren't afraid to show the males who's the boss. Ring-tailed lemurs have a breeding season once a year, with females giving birth to a single offspring, occasionally twins, after a gestation of about 4.5 months. Babies cling to their mother's belly for the first weeks and later ride on her back as they grow more independent. Troops work together to care for the young, with mothers often sharing responsibilities like grooming and protecting the infants. This cooperative care helps strengthen social bonds within the group. How cool is that? So, what's on the menu for these curious creatures? Ring-tailed lemurs are herbivores, feasting on fruit, leaves, flowers and bark. Their favorite treat? The tamarind tree, which provides them with essential nutrients and a source of hydration. What about the lifespan? In the wild, ring-tailed lemurs live around 16 to 20 years, but in captivity they can live over 30, some say 35 years, due to better nutrition and the absence of predators. As incredible as they are, ring-tailed lemurs are facing an uncertain future. They're classified as endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. Their biggest threats: habitat loss due to deforestation, hunting for bushmeat, the illegal pet trade, and the ever-growing impacts of climate change. These challenges remind us just how fragile their world is, and why it's so important to protect it. Every tree saved, every effort made to conserve their habitat, is a step towards securing a future for these extraordinary creatures. Let's work together to ensure their story continues for generations to come.